World Wrestling Federation. It's Tuesday Night Titans with your host, Vince McMahon. This evening is brought to you in part by Levi's Jeans, Cores and Shirts for quality and style you can count on. This is Lord Alfred Hayes, inviting you to join Vince and his guests, Freddy Blassie, Tito Santana, the Tonga Kid, John Stone, and Bruno Sammartino. And now, here's your host, Vince McMahon.
Thank you, and welcome to Tuesday Night Titans. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the elder uncle of Boy George, Lord Alfred Hayes.
Thank you very much. That's the color, I suppose.
Has something to do with the lavender and all.
Well, I rather like it. It's sort of...
It's becoming, yes.
Well...
Sort of.
Could you phrase that a little better?
Big John Studd finally is here. Many of you know Mr. Studd has been, I guess, detained over the past couple of weeks, attempting to prepare himself to attempt to break the world bench press record. And he will, in fact, attempt to do that this week here on TNT. And this young Tonga Kid, 18 years young, he is phenomenal.
Sensational. Absolutely sensational. But let us wait in anticipation for him, because I know you have something special lined up with Fred Blassie.
Very special indeed with Mr. Freddy Blassie, I guess, and of course, the legend himself, Bruno Sammartino, plus Tito Santana, all of that and more. Right now, let's take you to Sergeant Slaughter.
Good morning. You know, it's great to be here in this great country, the United States of America, and I'm proud to be an American. And I'm also proud to bring to you my elite Cobra Corps. First time ever I've allowed a camera to come in to witness and to film the way I put men through a Cobra Corps training camp. For the elite, men that are proud of their country, that will say the Pledge of Allegiance when it's all over, and will become members of the Cobra Corps. The Armed Forces and the Cobra Corps have joined and become one, and we are proud to be in this great country. We are proud to be Americans. And I will wish you to become members of the Cobra Corps along with us. So please follow along with me today, and I will show you just what it takes to become one of the elite in the Cobra Corps. USA #1. Ladies, gentlemen, why are you in this latrine? You should be out on that PT field. And you got 5 minutes to get that pick across your face, double time that, and then get on that field. You understand me? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This ain't no Boy Scout camp. This ain't no summer camp. This is an elite Cobra Corps, and we don't deal with slow people. Now move it 5 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Platoon, halt! Right, hey! Platoon, open, hey! Platoon, parade, hit!
Very nice, squad leader. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning,
It's very nice to see you here this morning. I'm glad to see you all are here on time. I respect people that are on time. And you all know what you're here for, don't you?
Yes, sir!
We're here for one thing, and that's America, isn't it?
Yes, sir!
What are we going to do with America? We're going to clean it up, aren't we?
Yes, sir!
We don't want any more Iranians around, do we?
No, sir!
We don't want the Russians invading us, do we?
No, sir!
You know the Cobra Corps stands for what?
America, sir!
That's right, correct, America. And that's what we want to do. We want to clean up America of all the trash. And that's what we're going to do starting today. And I'm glad to see you all could make it. I know you're all handpicked by myself and my squad leader. And we're all going to go through a rough, tough training camp. I know you've all been through a training camp already. That's how you got here. But now the real work starts. And if you can't make it, you're going to be shipped out. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir!
I can't hear you.
Yes, sir! Platoon, head, hot!
Very nice, squad leader, very nice. They look very good. What is your name, sir?
Coon, sir!
Coon, sir!
Yes, sir!
Why are you here, Coon?
America, sir!
Your name?
Schnitzel, sir!
Schnitzel!
Sir!
Where are you from, Schnitzel?
New York, sir!
You like America?
Yes, sir!
You love America?
Yes, sir!
You like Iran?
No, sir!
Okay, that's what I want to hear. You like Russia?
No, sir!
Your name, spit it out.
Coon, sir!
Coon?
Yes, sir!
What happened to your outfit, Coon?
I don't know, sir!
What happened to your shoes, Coon?
Lost them, sir!
What about your pants?
Bad news, sir!
Well, let's get this boy some pants. In fact, why don't you give me 20 push-ups while we're looking for your fatigues?
Yes, sir!
Get down and snap them out. Your name?
Roger, sir!
I can't hear you.
Roger, sir!
All right, that's what I like to hear, a guy with a big lung. The Russians say they're number one, is that true?
No, sir!
Who's number one?
America, sir!
Who's the best platoon in the United States of America?
Cobra, sir!
All right, the Cobra Corps.
Yes, sir!
All right.
17, 18,
Okay.
19, 20.
Back in the rank and attention. Okay, squad leaders, show me what they can do.
Yes, sir. Push up. Count 2, drop. Ready? Good. Up, half. Up, half. Up, half. Up, half. Down. Up.
36.
Down. Up.
37.
Down. Up.
38.
Down. Up.
39.
Down. Up.
40.
Let's go. Let's hear some noise. Let's hear some noise. All right.
Let's go. Come on.
Come on, Cobra Corps. Go, Cobra. Come on, he's catching you. He's catching you. All right. All right, let's move it. Come on, let's go. Up the bars, up the bars, up the bars, up the bars, up the bars. Let's go, let's go. Move it, double time, double time. Get over that bar, get down, get down. Move it, move it. Let's go, now, Summer. Move it. Move it. Come on, get up, get up. Move it, move it, move it. Come on, I'm gonna beat you, I'm gonna beat you. Over that hurdle, let's go. Move it, move it, move it, move it. Keep going, move it. Come on. Move, move, move. Boy, is that ever an elite Cobra Corps, I'm telling you. Would you imagine somebody like the Iron Sheik having to go through something like this? Or Volkov, they could never do this. That's why the USA is number one. Let's go see what the rest of the boys are doing. Let's go, it's for your coordination. Coordination, coordination, move it. Come on, let's go. Move it, come on, let's go, let's go. All right, that's our way, let's go. Move it, that's the way, Porky. Now keep going. Let's go, move it, move it, move it. All right, let's go, move it, move it. All right, let's go, you're the last one up there. Move it, catch up to everybody, get up there and go. All right, okay, let's go. Move it. Mess hall, mess hall.
Hey.
Did I hear somebody laugh? You think this is funny? As you were. We don't eat like pigs in the Cobra Corps. Do you like the American food here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Would you rather be eating Vietnam rice?
No, sir.
Would you like to be eating Russian food?
No, sir.
Iranian food?
No, sir.
You, what's your name, Porky?
Coon, sir.
You always eat like that?
No, sir.
We don't eat like that in the Cobra Corps. We eat like gentlemen. Let's square it off one time. Better enjoy your food and eat it all up. You never know when you might have your next meal. And in combat, you eat with your mouth. You don't talk with them. Tell the enemy where we are when you're eating. We'll all be dead. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
I want you down there as fast as you can go. Move it, move, move, move. Move it, move it. All right. All right, this is the Cobra Corps. We don't want any pansies here. Move, 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 move. Kick off that wall, kick off the wall. Get down here, get down here. Now.
Yes, sir!
All right, get off that rappel. Get off it, get off it. Gotta move, move, move. Oh, move it, move it. The enemy's coming, move it. Move it, move it. Get off that Rico. Get off, get off. Get off as fast as you can. Move it, move it. Is there a problem here, mister?
Yes, sir.
Were you afraid to go down?
Yes, sir.
I know this is a lot higher and a lot difficult than the other ones you've been through. This is a Cobra Corps. This is a tough one. I told you it'd be tough.
Yes, sir.
Well, I want you to go down there now. I want you to use your left hand as a guide and want that right hand behind you as a brake.
Yes,
You're
sir.
going to go over one way or another.
Yes,
You're
sir.
going down. There's two ways to go. Either the easy way or I'm going to throw you off.
That's right,
All right,
sir.
let's go now. Let's move it. I want to see that we have no time for any pansies in the Cobra Corps.
Go back to the edge. Feet shoulder width apart. Get your heels back over the edge. Edge step right on the lip. Free yourself some slack. Let me some slack on this hand. That's it. Just pull through. Now walk back. Straight back. Straight back. Straight back. Straight back. Straight back. Keep walking. Get yourself over the lip. Now lean. Now just lean back. Till you get to the point of no return. When you get to that point.
One way or the other, mister.
Fly, baby.
One way or the other. You better move it. Move it, move it.
Go, go,
Kick
go,
off
go,
that
go.
wall. Kick off the wall. Kick off the wall. Kick off the wall. Kick off. Kick off.
Put the hand in the middle.
Kick off. I said you're going down one way or the other, and I mean it, boy. Now get moving. We ain't got no room in these Cobra Corps for any pansies. Now move it. The enemy's on your butt, boy. All right, at ease as you were. Gentlemen, as you know, I put you through the roughest, the toughest test that I could. And you all passed it with flying colors. And I'm very proud to say that you are now members of the elite Cobra Corps. You know, the Cobra Corps stands for one thing, and that's America. If you all rise with me and say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, we'll make this all as it should be. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome to the Cobra Corps, gentlemen.
A little look there at Sergeant Slaughter and his elite Cobra Corps. That is something else indeed. It would be
Oh,
quite
that's-
rigorous for you to attempt to go through that training, would it not?
I don't think I could possibly do that. Even when I was 100% fit, I don't think I could have done that then.
Sarge is something else. To join us when we return, ladies and gentlemen, a former Intercontinental Champion, Tito Santana. Mr. Santana, unfortunately, suffering the result of a recent injury suffered at the hands of one Greg Valentine when he lost the Intercontinental Championship. Now, Mr. Santana to join us when we return with more TNT. All right, join us now, ladies and gentlemen, a very special guest indeed. An individual who held the Intercontinental Championship for a very, very long time. It's our pleasure to introduce to you the former Intercontinental Champion, Tito Santana. Tito, thank you very much for joining us on
Thank
Tuesday
you very
Night
much.
Titans. Lord Alfred Hayes, whom you know very, very well.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
A little difficult motoring about these days, isn't it?
It sure is, Vince. I'm going through something that I've never experienced before in my life. It includes playing professional football and wrestling for almost 9 years, and this is the first time I've ever had anything like this happen to me.
Well, for the benefit of those of you who do not know, Mr. Santana recently lost the championship to Greg Valentine. Actually, prior to the matchup, you were attacked on the outside of the ring, and it seemed that right away they were going for the leg, for the knee.
That's exactly right, Vince. You know, after that, I could not straighten out my leg. My leg was in pain throughout the whole match. As a matter of fact, the referee made a comment, and he asked me if I wanted to, could I wrestle? I've never thrown in the towel, Vince, and I never will. I said I am going to wrestle, and that was a big mistake that I made.
I guess it was. You, of course, lost the championship on that occasion, and you may have had perhaps a bit too much heart in your reflections now. What we would like to do is to take you to some videotape footage of Tito Santana in action. This is a matchup, however, prior to the loss to Greg Valentine. Let's take you now to Greg Valentine's opponent. Indeed, let's take you to Tito Santana.
Time limit. Introducing first, from Paris, France, weighing 240 pounds, René Goulet. Now introducing his opponent, from Tacula, Mexico, weighing 235 pounds, the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Tito Santana.
What an ovation. Tito Santana, the reigning Intercontinental Champion, one of the great athletes in the World Wrestling Federation as we look on this capacity crowd here joining us. Santana setting his sights on the rugged René Goulet, who apparently is not quite ready to wrestle. Tony Garea. Goulet now changing gloves. And I might add another controversial item that he wears about his hand.
Yes, controversial and probably a psychological piece of equipment on his behalf, something that has the opponent to think about why is he changing gloves and why is he wearing that glove? Is it for an injury? Is it for added strength? And that
forearm to the chest. Off the shoulder block, nicely done by Goulet. Tries it again over Santana, right back at him. Leapfrog by Santana. Look at that. Oh, flying head scissor. Down goes Goulet and Santana. Really pouring it on.
Beautiful move by Tito Santana. An excellent all-round athlete and a fantastic wrestler is Tito Santana from Tacula, Mexico. A great champion, Vince, and is certainly a credit to the World Wrestling Federation.
Without a doubt, both outside the ring as well as inside the ring.
Definitely, without a doubt. Tito, former football player also. A track star,
athlete, yes.
all-round athlete, and you can tell by his body. He keeps himself in fantastic shape.
Taking, however, nothing away from René Goulet. Is Goulet now tries to make his, yes, comes out the hard way. Oh, wow, what a slap across the face. Chop again to the throat. Santana retaliating to the chest. Side headlock now. Goulet sets him up. Whips him to the rope. Then, oh, a shoulder block. Off the rope again. Ooh, my Goulet, look at that maneuver by Santana.
Santana holding on to that arm, going over with Goulet and snatching that headlock back again.
Full of the tights from our vantage point, but apparently Santana in no danger of being pinned by René Goulet.
Got a good grip on the headlock. And there's the tights again, held on by René Goulet. The referee cannot see them.
Santana retaliating. In a threatening gesture moments ago, but there the referee sees it. Starts shoving his weight around in there, does the referee. Better watch that. Anytime a referee begins to do that, I would suspect, Tony, he would lose some respect as far as the participants are concerned.
Certainly, Vince, and he could end up in a little bit of trouble too. That Goulet, now he knows what the referee is like, and he's not above giving the referee a slug either, I'm sure.
Goulet releasing the hold moments ago on the ankle, and standing side headlock is shoved to the rope now. Oh, my! Goulet stepping to the side of Santana and lifting the knee right up in the lower abdominal area.
And that's knocked the wind right out of Santana. You can see that he is breathing hard. Picks him up for a body slam.
Oh, what a slam that was.
Now the wind is right out of Santana.
Oh, look at that.
240-pound right on the abdominal region of Santana. Tito has got to be all out of wind now.
Perhaps Goulet. Oh, a kick again to the lower abdominal region.
This is the experience of Goulet at work.
My, look at this, yes. Goulet asserting himself. Santana now being set up. Up he goes. What a suplex. Cover, and we're going to have a 2. No, wow.
Remarkable that Santana could kick out of that.
Non-title matchup. Oh, my, down on the hand again. Goulet slapping the claw on the forehead of Tito Santana.
Now, if he has this claw properly applied, Santana is going to be in a lot of trouble here. This is going to cut off a certain amount of the blood circulation to the brain. And Santana's going down. No, he's holding. He's holding.
A right hand and nothing behind it from Santana. Goulet really applying the pressure, and it does not look good for Tito Santana. Now Goulet can really apply it. Almost a 3 count. It would be unusual if Santana was pinned in this fashion.
Most unusual indeed, but his shoulders are down for the count of 2. And here comes Tito. He's recovered. He's got his strength back.
Listen to these fans.
They are right behind him, and believe me, Vince, that is helping Tito 100%, knowing that the fans are right behind him here.
Thousands of fans jam-packing the arena, and Santana is pleasing most of them at this moment. Off the rope, no. Elbow follow through, a cover, 1, and Goulet, no, he does not.
Santana was taking terrible punishment in there tonight, Vince.
Goulet looks quite good. Look at this now. Goulet continuing with his momentum. Drops the, right in the kisser. Maybe in the nose. Goulet. Measuring Santana now. Ready, I believe, to apply the claw. Yes, there it is. Goulet applying the claw on Tito Santana. Earlier on, Santana had a lot of problems with this hold.
There's not much counter for this whole Vince. He's just got to bear with it, fight it. It's a mental attitude. It's mental aggression here. And here comes Tito.
Santana unloading. Head first to the buckle. Santana with a kick now, setting up Goulet, whips him across. Oh, my! What a back body drop. Santana flying forearm, one of the head, hooks the leg, gets 2, he gets 3. He's going. Tito Santana, look at these fans. Are they ever behind this young man?
They certainly are, and that's just his way of thanking them.
The winner of the match, the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Tito Santana.
Indeed, sensational athlete. Mr. Santana, it must make you feel a little unusual, however, at this moment with your knee and the shape that it's in, you walking on crutches and taking a look at yourself, as we did by way of videotape moments ago when you were champion.
Vinny, it's really hard to look at a film and see what you could do and to know that you can't do it at this moment. It really hits me deep down, and it just makes me wonder how long it's going to be. And I know it's not going to be very long, Vinny, because I'm gonna come back.
We'd like to get a further word on that if we may, and we will be back with more of Tito Santana. We'll take you to special footage with Mr. Santana. We'll be back with more TNT. We're back with more Tuesday Night Titans with our guest Tito Santana. Mr. Santana, surely, in the state of mind you're in right now, you've have an opportunity to reflect on your wrestling career in the past and what it holds for the future, and I wonder what you really think it holds for the future.
Well, right now, Vinny, the only thing that I'm concerned about is my knee, getting it back. In professional wrestling, there's so many good athletes, and there's one man that I'm concerned about, and that's Greg Valentine. And I cannot go up against that man if I'm not 100%, and I must get my knee 100%, because that's the only way I stand any chance in the ring against another pro.
Is Mr. Valentine not likely, should a rematch occur, is he not likely to attempt to apply the figure 4 leg lock once again?
Well, I'm sure he will. It's yourself over the years that when a wrestler is injured, you try to cover up, but there's no covering up for this. It's everybody knows about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible. When I had the belt, I was injured many times, and I kept other wrestlers from knowing that. And of course he's going to be going after my knee. My job is going to be to keep him away from it and get to him and make him pay for what he's done to me.
On the way back up the ladder, surely every other wrestler is going to attempt to go for that knee.
You're exactly right. That's why I said, there's no way I'm going to go back in there, and I got to get to the top. I've got to get there. And there's no way that I'm going to get there not being 100%. And it's going to take a lot of work, Vince. It's going to take a lot of work.
All right.
But I'm going to do it.
What we'd like to do is to take you back to some videotape footage. This is tape footage right after the match. Santana has lost the title.
Some of Tito, maybe Santana's friends, but some interested wrestlers want to see what happened to Tito when Greg Valentine not only won the belt, Tito Santana was confused, but he also put that figure four. Look at the grimacing on Tito Santana's face after Greg Valentine attacked him from behind, and he put that figure four on his leg after he had already pinned Tito Santana and won the belt from him. Jack, I can't believe that Greg Valentine would resort to such tactics.
Tito Santana in a great deal of pain right now. In fact, here comes the stretcher. I have a feeling, Angelo, and I hope not. Of course, we're going to wait for a doctor's report. But I have a feeling that Tito may have something very wrong with that. It seems to be his right leg.
I can see that Greg Valentine.
I don't want to call it. I don't want to call it until we get a doctor's report.
It seems to be they're looking at that right leg.
It may be fractured.
I hope not. I've seen situations like this before when Terry Bradshaw was carried off the field, and maybe the pain will go away, maybe something will fall back into place. I just hope. Tito Santana was a great
Listen to the tremendous throng in attendance this week on the World Wrestling Federation. A round of applause for Tito Santana.
You see the grimacing pain on Tito's face. I know what a knee feels like. I've had it before.
Tito, and viewing yourself like that, did you ever think that firstly you would lose the title to the likes of a gentleman by the name of Greg Valentine? Did you ever feel that you would leave the ring having lost the title on a stretcher?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Vince. It had gone through my mind because I remember several years ago, I saw him do the same thing to a man by the name of Jay Strongbow. I know what he could do with that figure four leg lock if he got it on you. But I never thought that I'd lose the title to him and that he'd put that figure four leg lock on me because I thought that I was in good enough a shape. The way he did it, I did not agree the way he did it. It was a cheap shot. If a man beats me, if he's better than me, fine. But the man's not better than me, and he did wrong, Vince. He did wrong, and he will pay.
In a moment, we're going to take you to some more videotape footage. As a matter of fact, it will involve Tito Santana and the operation that you had after the matchup, and I would think it was a very painful operation.
Yeah, I've looked at that once, and just the thought of it, just the thought of what I've gone through in this last couple of days, this last few days, just like I relived everything that I've gone through, and it's very, very painful, Vinny. It's hard to explain, and it's got me down. It's really, it hurts. It hurts not to be able to. I want to get back in the ring, and I can't do. There's so many things that I want to do that I can't do, and it's hard.
Well, the man of your heart, I have no doubt that you will attempt to make a very, very strong comeback. But right now, let's take you to some hospital footage. And we'll take you to the matchup, or after the matchup, in the hospital during the actual operation. Tito Santana with some very, very rare footage. You seem to be in somewhat decent spirits as relates to you approaching the hospital.
Well, the reason I'm in good spirits is because I know I'm going to a place that's going to get me better. It's the only thing that's got me going. And it's.
Where is this hospital?
It's in Morristown Memorial Hospital in New Jersey.
Morristown, New Jersey.
Hi, Tito. We've been expecting you. Everything seems to be in order. We just have to wait for the OR. We'll be getting you ready about half an hour before the procedure's ready to start. Okay?
Okay.
I just have to get one other report that is charged complete. There are several, consent
long did this operation, Tito, actually take?
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. Dr. Milanese has found a torn cartilage and a possible torn ligament in the test, and I'm gonna go into the operating room here in a few minutes, and it's got me a little concerned. But my only worry right now is just to get my knee better and get back. That's my only concern, is just my health right now.
That was a comment just before you went under, and now, of course, they're administering a bit of anesthesiology, I would think, here shortly.
We're going to look inside the knee with little instruments and see what the problem is. Get you back to that championship caliber of wrestling that you're used to. All right. Okay? Sure I did. Yeah.
Dr. Milanese told me that the operation was a success. The cartilage tear was a little worse than what they expected, what they had assumed before. But it's all taken care of, and you can bet your butt, Greg Valentine, I will get better, and I will come after you, and payback's gonna be hell. Arriba.
Tito. Alfred, let me ask you a question. You've been around wrestling for so many years. You've seen men experience damage to knees and whatever in the past. And do you feel objectively that Mr. Santana has a 50-50 chance of being able to make a successful comeback? Or do you think his career is over?
Objectively, I would have to say that is open to what's going to happen in the future when he first tests that knee out in training sessions. The knee is the most vulnerable joint in the body for wrestlers, as it is with footballers too, which he was. There's two things I'd like to say. One, the people pay their money, they go and watch wrestling, then they go home. Now look what happens to wrestlers, they land up in hospital. Two, do you have any plan of how to stop Greg Valentine getting at your leg again?
Yes.
You do have a definite plan?
I exactly know what I'm going to do when I step into that ring.
Well, I don't want you to divulge it, but I would say that is a most important attitude to adopt.
Well, Tito, we'd like to thank you very much for appearing on TNT, especially in the state of mind and physical condition that you're in. We wish you all the best of luck in the world.
Thank you very much.
Tito Santana. When we return, ladies and gentlemen, Big John Studd will be here with us to attempt to break the world bench press mark. We'll be back with more TNT. All right, we are back with Big John Studd, all 6 feet 10 inches and 360 what?
380 pounds today, Vince.
380? You have been bulking up.
You know, Vince, you've been bugging me to come here and show the world that I can do bench presses. And here you come. I come to TNT, and you got such a rickety outfit. Well, to show you the kind of man that John Studd is, I'm going to just do a warm-up here with 630 pounds. You know, Bruno Sammartino at one time was the world's strongest man on the bench press. This is more than he did by about 70 pounds.
You're going to do 630 now.
This
You're
is
gonna
630 pounds.
The record is what?
686 pounds and a few ounces. You know, those ounces don't matter to me.
So you're going to do 630. You're going to attempt to do 630.
I'm going to attempt to do a 630. Then after I do this, because there's a lot of doubting Thomases out there, they think this is going to crush my chest. Then I'm going to go for the big one.
All right, let's have you have a go at it. We'll have little assistants here if we may.
And I want you to do one more thing. I want you to send a tape of this to Hulk Hogan and Andrea the Giant. You know, there's two. Andrea the Giant. And let them see what kind of a giant John Studd is.
All right, Big John Studd now will attempt this extraordinary lift. Still shy of the mark.
Didn't even bring any chalk for me, Vince. You
that's
need chalk to do something like this.
We're going to help Mr. Studd.
It's called spotting. You're not helping me. You're spotting me.
All right, we're spotting you.
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. God, what a lousy lift off. Okay, I got it.
All right, you want to rack it back up?
Yeah.
Mr. Studd, that was a very impressive lift. I must say, even if you do not break the world's record, that was a very impressive lift. You did it almost with ease.
You haven't seen nothing yet.
We haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's nothing. We're going to put a little weight here, right here, Vince.
It's a 35-pound plate.
That's right. Hulk Hogan, I wonder what you're doing now. I wonder what Hogan's doing now when he's watching this tape. I know you're going to send to him. He's going to want it to fall on my face, too. He's going to be worried about me stepping in the ring and ripping that belt off his waist, like I've been telling everybody.
All right, now, what do we have? We have a total of what here?
700 pounds.
Just 700 pounds, and the record is
686 pounds.
686.
That's right. Don't ask me who said it. It's some nobody somewhere in the country.
Nobody.
From California, maybe.
That's a very impressive lift. You feel now that you're definitely ready for this lift.
I'm ready. Look at me, man.
You're impressive. There's no doubt about that. You've been avoiding this lift now. You've been avoiding. You're sure psychologically that you're really going to be up there?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
What happens if you don't make the lift? What happens if it comes down onto your chest?
The only thing I'm worried about is this rickety bench collapsing underneath me. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the weight. The weight never stays on my chest. It's never stayed on my chest.
All right, well, are you ready for it then?
I'm ready.
All right, fine. Let's.
You sure you're not going to get a hernia spotting me?
I sincerely hope not. All right, Big John Studd now will attempt to lift 700 pounds, and that will indeed be a world's record should he be successful. What were you doing just then, Mr. Studd?
I'm concentrating.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Okay, on 3, lift it off. Try to give me a better lift off than last time. 1, 2, 3. Ah, what a lousy lift off. Okay, I got it.
All right, Big John Studd's gone for it. On the chest, get it up.
Okay, take it.
What do you mean?
Take it.
A valiant effort, Mr. Studd, but Big John Studd
That was your fault. It was his fault, too. You gave me a lousy lift off. I never missed on a lift before.
You almost got it.
Almost doesn't count.
Big John Studd.
Okay, give me one more shot.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Studd. We have to take you now to our special feature matchup. Big John Studd failing in his record attempt. And we thank Mr. Studd very much for his attempt. Nonetheless, he fails at breaking the world's record. Let's take you now during a matchup in progress, Adonis and Murdoch.
Say that since the days of Robin Hood.
Crowd giving their complete support to Alpha and Sika, the Samoans. However, some heavy artillery being dropped.
That was a hard right to the jaw, very hard right.
By Dick Murdoch, who can do it all. Boy, that one was right in the nose.
Yes.
Big Sika for the ride into the ropes. Oh, he ducked the elbow. Scoop slammed him right up there. Drove him down. Look out. Adonis got caught coming in. All 4 men in the ring. Look at Lou. He doesn't know what to do.
As a matter of fact, he's not doing anything now, Barnett.
He's holding
lights out Murdoch. Murdoch right down here in front of us.
He is hurt, and now Adrian Adonis flies in over the top rope with the help of Sika. He is not the legal man in the ring at this point, and he bails out.
And only now does the count be taken up by Luau.
Murdoch's hurt, down on one knee. There he is, down on one knee. He's hurt. Adonis also outside the ring. They're both hurt.
And Murdoch is sucking air in. I can hear him from here, gasping.
Well, he came flying out of that ring and then flying back in again.
They winded him. They knocked all the breath out of him.
Albano now pushing Sika back. Oh, which automatically broke the count. Now he's up to 2 again. Samoans don't want a count out. They want to break. Anytime these guys are outside the ring, they'll break the count.
They will.
Can't win the title on a count out.
No, not only that. They want to hurt Murdoch, and they want to hurt Adonis, as they have been hurt in the past.
I think they'd like to do a number on Albano as well.
I think you're right.
That won't hurt him.
You called it, Gorilla.
Both men stepping in. These two Samoans, they make up their mind to do something. That's 600 pounds plus coming at you. They can hurt you. Murdoch now going to work on the midsection of Big Sika. Elbow right to the shoulder area. Sika hard into the corner. Whoa, look at that knee lift. Caught Murdoch right in a kisser. Look, he's trying to make a tag, but it's in the wrong corner.
He doesn't know it.
Headbutt, big one. Murdoch trying to tag, he does. Adonis, somewhat fresh now, comes in, exchanging lefts and rights. Oh, sleeper hold, Goodnight Irene now being applied by Adrian. His pet hold.
Adrian came in and he was very fresh. He'd had respite for about 4 or 5 minutes on the outside, so he's strong.
Listen to this capacity crowd giving support to the Samoans. Look at the outside effort here. Double team effort.
Affer is down.
A master at that.
Affer is down.
If he stays in his sleeper much longer, he'll go out. Got that one finger moving, showing he's still with it.
Yeah, he's going to show the referee that he's not out.
But it doesn't take long once Adrian slaps that Goodnight Irene on you. It's not called good night for nothing.
Many a good man has gone down with that on him. But he's not getting Affer. Affer, in fact, is struggling back up.
Trying to come up. Albano out over there counting Sika for not being in the corner. Oh, nice maneuver by Alpha. As he sends Adrian hard into the top turnbuckle. That's one way to get out.
I'm surprised, Gorilla, he had the strength to do that. Adrian had that sleeper hold on him for at least a minute.
Oh, this. Oh! He blocked 2 big right hands and leveled him with a headbutt. No tag made there that I could see. Unless I wasn't watching. Well, Albano's not watching anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I didn't see that, Gorilla. I was intent on looking at the action of Adonis and seeing how much he was suffering. I missed that tag. If there was a tag.
Sika getting his capacity crowd going.
And they've been behind the Samoans from the very offset, from the outset of this belt.
Not too much love here for Adonis and Murdoch. Wow, right to the jaw. Snapmare takes a big guy over. Planted that foot right on his nose. down for the count and completely blocked both wrestlers off our video screen. Oh! Alpha rolling out from that elbow. Look out! Comic drop being applied by Alpha, who made the tag, and now Sika's legal. And Sika's in the wrong corner. There's a double team effort here now by the champions.
They chopped him.
Albano pushing Adonis back, but that doesn't stop Murdoch. Wow, right to the face. These Samoans can take unbelievable amounts of punishment.
Well, that is a lot of punishment for anybody.
Wow, he got that 320 pounds plus up there.
Did he ever?
Adrian now on the outside, going to the top turnbuckle, too late. He got caught. Oh, did he get clothesline? Headbutt. Adonis face first on the concrete floor. Murdoch in the ring. Double headbutt, and down goes the big guy, Dick Murdoch.
They just got to cover him. That's all it takes.
Flying headbutt.
There he is. He's covered.
I don't believe he's the legal man in the ring, though, Lord. Albano gave a 2 count and makes Sika go back to the corner.
Well, what is that?
Uh-oh.
Well, he's telling him to hold that tag, right? But what he should have continued to count at that particular
He's calling for the bell. Murdoch was down, just about unconscious from that headbutt outside the ring. He raising Adonis's hand.
I cannot believe that, Gorilla. Why? Why is he raising that?
I don't understand. He's over raising Murdoch's hand now. He's explaining it now to our ring announcer. Let's try to get it.
The winners of this bout, as a result of a disqualification, and still tag team champions, Adrian Adonis and Dick Murdoch.
Oh, he's going to get it.
He disqualified the Samoans. Look at this now. They were after Albano, and they got double teamed here. Look at this. Albano takes a shot at Alpha, and a kick at Sika. Pandemonium is broken loose here as the Samoans end up with the belts. And Adonis, Murdoch, and Albano are taking off back to the dressing room area. What a miscarriage of justice.
The whole of Madison Square Gardens are standing up. Everybody's on their feet. They cannot believe it the same way as we cannot believe it.
Samoans, they want them back into the ring. They have the belts. However, they are not the champions.
Murdoch's coming back.
So is Adonis. Albano is even out here. They're at it. Wham! Boy, he hit him with the belt.
Oh, that's what they came back for. They came back for.
Adonis. Caught Alpha with the belt from behind, and now the champions once again have their hands on the belts.
A matchup, surely that the Samoans remember for a long, long time. Luau Albano, the guest referee, and something less than an unbiased guest referee. Would you agree, Lord Alfred Hayes?
Oh, I was there at the ringside, and he was strictly biased, if you could say that, in that phraseology. But at the same time, that was probably one of the most exciting of all bouts that I've seen recently.
Speaking of excitement, when we return, we'll have our special mailbag, but the most exciting aspect of that segment when we return, ladies and gentlemen, a legend will join us, Bruno Sammartino. It's not often, ladies and gentlemen, that the mail is delivered in such an unusual fashion. However, sashaying its way up to Lord Alfred Hayes is the special mail lady.
Well, thank you. You wouldn't like to sit down, would you?
Oh, my goodness. A little kissy, smacky face, huh?
Oh, that was nice. A little smoochy with the mail.
You have lipstick all over your face now, Lord Alfred.
Really?
Yes, as a matter of fact. Would you like to get to the mail?
Yes, I will, immediately.
I'm sure. Get a hold of yourself.
Okay. Very difficult. What happened to my voice? Very difficult. This is from Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Harrisonburg, all right.
Dear Vince and Alfred, I have always been a fan of wrestling. I remember Gorgeous George, Tony Rocker, Bill Longson, Chief Big Heart, and many other stars from years ago.
Boy, that is years ago.
Yes. How would they shape up against the wrestlers of today? Signed, Al Sherman.
Well, Alfred, you remember those individuals extremely well. if not preceding them, how do you think they would stack up with wrestlers of today?
To be brutally honest, I don't think they would stand a ghost of a chance.
Well, there's an individual that certainly has transcended so many different eras in professional wrestling and has rightly been known as a living legend. And it is our great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to have with us an individual, and there are very, very few in this world who really live up to that moniker of a living legend, but without a doubt, this gentleman does. It's our pleasure to have with us the legendary Bruno Sammartino.
Bruno, how are you?
All right.
Bruno,
how are you?
Really good to see you.
Have a seat, Bruno. You never looked better. Man, oh man, you look great.
Well, I feel in great shape. You know, since I haven't been wrestling a little bit, I've been running like 8 miles a day, pumping my irons at night, and I feel fantastic. I'm not 275, I'm at 230 right now, but I feel great shape.
Well, at 275, when you were champion, your career, of course, spanning for such a long period of time, you dropped a lot of weight. You were very, very heavy at one time, were you not? And then you dropped quite a bit of weight.
Yes, I did. In my early years, I was 275 and up to 280. But in those days, I depended strictly on my strength to win matches. Of course, I realized later that I had to show the fans that I wasn't just strong, but that I was a wrestler. I had an awful lot of amateur background. So I combined the two. But then as time went by, I decided that perhaps I could use a little more speed. And stamina, of course, plays such an important part. I always believed that if you had strength, stamina, and the know-how, of course, you were practically unbeatable. Mm-hmm. So I experimented with my weight, and I found that getting down to about 250, I maintained my strength. I had more stamina and more speed. So I found myself, at that particular time, I felt that between 250 and 260 was really my best weight. But then I even came down to 240 in experimenting, and 240 I found is the same thing. My strength was still there, yet more stamina and more speed. So the last few years of my career, I was actually at only about 240, only about 10 pounds more than I am right now.
Incredible, unbelievable. Let me ask you, Alfred Hayes was reading a letter written by a fan recently about, in effect, wrestlers of yesteryear compared to wrestlers of today. Although you were going back, Alfred, some time.
Yes.
But how do you compare, Bruno?
Well, there's no question about it, just like in all sports, okay? Today, in football, you had the Bronco Nagurskis of yesteryear and the Granger and so forth. And today, when we talked about the more modern guys of the O.J. Simpsons, for example, these guys today, they've so improved diet-wise, training-wise. Everything is so improved that there's no question that there are better athletes today than there were yesteryear. The particular names that you mentioned of yesteryear, I would have to agree. I would say, though, that someone for example, Argentino Rocca, okay? I don't know that he could beat the best of today, but I think that he would make a good account of himself.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure of that. Well, speaking of making a good accounting of himself, it seems to me that every place you go, the name Bruno Sammartino is synonymous with professional wrestling. And I don't think that there has ever been a name that so says professional wrestling in the way that you like to say it. And I know that you have a great deal of pride with your many years in professional wrestling, and the name Bruno Sammartino, when you hear that name, firstly you think of wrestling, but secondly you think of one of the all-time great wrestlers, as opposed to a Gorgeous George type of situation where many people would figure, obviously, much more of almost 100%, I guess, of a showman type thing. A good wrestler nonetheless, but not what Bruno Sammartino brings to professional wrestling. And you must really feel good about yourself, Bruno, for what you've contributed to professional wrestling.
Well, first of all, thank you for the kind words. Your success depends on a couple of things. One, of course, your abilities, and two, of the fan support. I was extremely fortunate in that sense. The fans supported me tremendously, and that just gave me that more drive to train harder and to give out more of myself. And the combination of everything really helped me out. And if I still made anything today or remember today, I owe it really mostly to my fans.
What we would like to do is to take you back down to, and also Bruno, to some videotape footage and show you a matchup involving Bruno Sammartino. And it'll be Bruno Sammartino in the ring against a very tough and very rugged, brawling type of a bulldog brower. Let's go to the tape. Bruno Sammartino in action against Bulldog Brower. And Bruno, Brower, certainly a rough opponent, but you had so many different type styles, and they came at you from so many different directions. I mean, you have the brawling tactics of a Bulldog Brower. You had the more scientific skills of a Spiros Arion or someone of that nature. What do you attribute to the success that you had being able to handle these varied array of wrestlers?
Well, I learned early in my career. First of all, I loved wrestling, okay? I enjoyed scientific wrestling. But I learned early in my career, so after getting badly cauliflower ears, breaking the nose 11 times, having the jaw busted, I realized that you better learn to meet these people in their own game. And so I learned, like I say, after a few tough years, that when you met a Kowalski, a Bulldog Brower who wanted to come in there and brawl, I felt that brawl with them. If you learn how to do it and do it well. And I did. I was very lucky because I was able to do it and do it well, and I had a lot of success with it. On the other hand, when I met a scientific wrestler, which of course is what I preferred, then it gave me an opportunity to wrestle and show the fans that Bruno Sammartino was in fact a champion wrestler. Mm-hmm. So I went according to my opponent. If my opponent chose to brawl, I brawled. If he chose to wrestle, I wrestled. If he wanted to match strength, I matched strength. Because I was fortunate, because strength-wise I was there. At one time, as you know, I was considered probably the strongest, or certainly one of the strongest. And the wrestling-wise, I think I had a good background, brought into professional wrestling. And so in the brawling part of it, that's something that came along too. I found it a necessity because of the type of individuals like the Browers or the Kowalski or people like that who came in there. For one reason, they came in there to maim. They wanted to tear your head off, kick your stomach in. So you had
take
to learn
something home, right?
Yeah, right. So you had to learn to fight back.
Let me ask you an obvious question, and I'm asked this question all the time, and I'm sure you are. What about Bruno Sammartino stepping back into the ring?
You know, I get so much mail,
I'm
and everywhere
sure
I go,
you
it's
do.
all people are asking, why don't you come back? Why don't you come back? When I retired not because I wasn't able to wrestle anymore. I think everybody knows that I was still on top, and I was still, I think, as good as I'd ever been. I just had been traveling so much. I had spent so much little time with the family. My mom and dad are still here, and I felt guilty about not spending a little more time with them as they were getting older. The reason for my retiring was not because I felt that I couldn't have continued, but it was other reasons, personal reasons. As far as going back in the ring today, in my heart, maybe I'm kidding myself. and maybe a lot of people disagree with me. But I know the way I feel. I know the kind of training that I've been doing. I know the kind of shape that I'm in. I feel I could step in the ring today, and I am not minimizing the abilities of the modern wrestler. But I think that I could go in there and show wrestlers today that Bruno Sammartino could still be a winner.
You sure look like a winner, I'll tell you that. And we'll return, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to have with us a little different side of Bruno Sammartino's life. It does indeed involve wrestling from a different standpoint. We'll be back with more TNT. With Bruno Sammartino, who is very proud, as he should be, not only of your accomplishments in the ring, but proud as of late of the accomplishments of one David Bruno Sammartino, your son.
Well, indeed I am. You know, David, since he was when he was 5 years old, people would ask him, what are you going to be when you grow up? You know, most people say, I'm going to be a fireman, a policeman. David was a wrestler. At 7, a wrestler, 10, a wrestler. And finally, I started saying, this guy's really serious. In fact, being a typical father, I tried to gear him away from it, go to, become something else. But he was determined. It never left his mind at any time. All the schools he went to, always checking out the wrestling programs. And that's been his love from the very beginning. He's been training very hard with the weights and so forth. And I'm proud because I think he's become a real pro.
Let's take a look at David Bruno Sammartino in action. Let's go to the tape.
David flipping over now, grabs the ankle. Boy, he is agile.
Well, you know, when it comes to body weight, I always tell him you have to watch your weight, what weight you can handle, because you don't want to lose speed. Strength is extremely important. Oh, there's a big slam that Shaw just...
Yes, indeed.
Because speed is extremely important, and if you have a lot of size and strength but can't move, then you're gonna get messed up in there. But he maintains tremendous speed for this weight of 252 pounds.
Ron Shaw. Oh, what's this? What's he doing? Unbelievable strength. Ron Shaw goes all the way to the top, then back down to the canvas. Wow, you talk about strength. What a display we saw by David just moments ago. Ron Shaw to the rope now. David hooks him. Oh, my! What a power slam. Gets the leg up. Hooks the other one at 3. Yes, indeed. David Sammartino. Big smile on his face. Justifiably so. David really showing Ron Shaw, who is the stronger of the two, to say the least.
Here is your winner, David Sammartino.
Boy, that was impressive, Bruno.
Indeed, he's got an awful lot of power and good speed.
Without a doubt, he's following in the footsteps of...
I got one more thing to say. You caused me to miss my last lift. You didn't want me to make it, and I'm going to try one more time, and you're not going to stop me.
Mr.
As a matter of
had
fact,
your
I'm glad to see
opportunity.
Sammartino out there. He's done a lot of big bench press, and I'd like to have you spot me, and I'd like to have you try one more time, and you better not cause me to screw up.
Bruno, this is your time. Do you want to allow this fellow to attempt...
How much is he going to try?
700 pounds, Bruno. That's 200 pounds more than you ever did.
That's right. You know, when I did 565, 600 pounds seemed impossible. 700 pounds, I still think it's impossible.
But I'm
I'll
a
be
giant.
glad to spot you.
I'm a giant. A giant can do the impossible.
All right, fine. Bruno Sammartino is going to give up some of his time.
You know what, Sammartino, you're lucky you never wrestled me for your championship.
Well, that may or may not be true.
Lousy equipment, lousy bench, lousy weights. Well, but I'll do it.
All right. You're going to attempt to win it now.
700 pounds.
Now, you realize you failed earlier on this lift.
I didn't fail. I missed. There's a difference between failing and missing.
Bruno, do you think this man can honestly lift 700 pounds?
It's never been done before, you know, and until I actually see it done, no, I won't believe that he can do it till I actually see it with my own eyes.
680 is the record? Is that what, 680?
686.
686.
I've been dying to do this for a long time. I want Hogan and I want Andre the Giant to be watching this.
Let me ask you, Mr. Studd, what do you think about when you're attempting a world record lift? What goes through your mind?
You know something? That is a good question. Nothing goes through my mind except pushing that weight up. I don't think about dancing. I don't think about girls. I don't think about having a good time. I don't think about pinning Hogan in the middle of the ring. All I think about is doing something that no other man has ever done, and that's pushing that weight up. It's me and the weights.
Surely.
Very pure.
In your attempt to set records in the past, you have been hurt, have you not? The weight comes down. It can obviously injure any part of your body, your shoulder or whatever, on a lift like this. As a matter of fact, you can even get stuck around the throat.
You know, actually, I'm really putting my wrestling career in jeopardy right now by attempting this lift because I've been out here, I've been thinking about this. I haven't been down here warming up.
All right, okay, fine.
But I'm going to do it. I'm going to put my whole wrestling career right in jeopardy right now. I could tear my whole chest out.
All right, Big John Studd now is going to attempt to set the unofficial, I might add, world's bench press record at an even 700 pounds.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. What a lousy lift off. Okay, I got it.
All right, he did it. All right, unbelievable. That was amazing. That was amazing.
Unbelievable.
Did you hurt yourself, Mr. Studd?
No.
How does it feel, huh?
The giant, hey, I knew I could do it. You think I would come out here and make a fool out of myself? I knew I could do it, just like I know I can beat Hulk Hogan. Just like I know I'm the only giant in wrestling today. Andre is not a giant. You think Andre will come in here? He might come in here and demonstrate a little wine drinking to you, but he's not going to demonstrate a little power.
Mr. Studd, we thank you very much for joining us, and indeed, we're very impressed. Yes, indeed, we're back now, and with our Hearts and Flowers segment here on TNT, and we have as our very special guest this week, manager Freddy Blassie, manager extraordinaire, who will lend his expertise in a little different manner, attempting to answer some of these questions written by a number of individuals who have apparently some problems, Mr. Blassie. You've always been very willing to help people out that have problems, have you not?
Well, there's a lot of pencil neck geeks around here with problems, I'll guarantee you that.
All right. May I read the first one? Dear TNT, my husband and I enjoy TNT very much. However, it presents a problem. On the nights it's shown, my husband enjoys your show so much that he won't pay any attention at all to me after the show is over. Do you have any suggestions?
Yeah. He doesn't pay any attention to her, huh?
Apparently not, no.
Has a woman tried taking a bath? Using underarm deodorant?
Mr. Blassie, please.
Shaving under the armpits? Shaving her legs? You goofy broad, that's what you gotta do.
It doesn't say anything at all about that in here, please.
Well, he's not paying attention to her, so that's the reason why.
Obviously, the problem is TNT. That's the problem. He enjoys the show so much that apparently that's all he can
Well,
keep
he
in mind.
should enjoy TNT. But she's sitting there, too. You ought to enjoy a little bit of her, too. Maybe his sheets are dirty.
All right, we'll move on to the next question. Dear TNT, I have a problem with my husband who loves to watch the World Wrestling Federation on television. However, after watching wrestling, my husband practices some of the holds on me, some of which are very painful. His Superfly Snuka leap from the top of the dresser is too much. What do you suggest?
I can understand, you know, when he leaps like that, I mean, if he doesn't do it just right, it's not going to hit the mark. You know what I'm talking about?
That could be a catastrophe.
That certainly could.
For both of them.
I mean, he might, as he leaps, bend a little bit. But, I don't know, you know.
Well, what about practicing holds, Mr. Blassie? I mean, that's not really anything that a gentleman should do to a lady. Practice wrestling holds? I mean,
Oh, yeah. My second wife, I used to practice strangleholds on her all the time. Yeah, you should practice holds on your wives. You don't get along with them. Some of these broads got to be hit, kicked around, and booted around. That second wife of mine. Hey.
Mr. Blassie, please, I don't know that we necessarily want to have your personal experience as far as the relation is concerned.
I got a lot of them.
I'm sure. We do
You know, I
apologize.
used to write a column for the Hollywood News Gazette.
The Hollywood News
Yes,
Gazette.
sir. And I'm the one that taught Dear A.B. and Ann Flanders.
Who?
A.B. and Ann Flanders. Don't you know anything about these they answer all these lovelorn letters that these pencil neck geeks send in. You know, there's a lot of frustrated women here. They sit at home and they watch these soap operas, and then they install themselves at the leading thing. Have you seen some of these women
Mr. Blassie,
that watch these soap operas?
may I proceed, please?
Weigh 450, 500 pounds.
Dear TNT, I'm 60 years old, and I've had limited experience with men. However, However,
how old is she?
Yeah, she's 60. However, I feel that now I'm ready to take the plunge. I have a nice pair of legs, a very firm waist, and a burning desire to meet a wrestler. Can you suggest anyone for me?
Well, I've got a couple fellas in mind.
Well, firstly, you know, she's...
Yeah, somebody,
She's 60 years old. There are very few wrestlers that are 60 years
well,
old.
no, I'm not saying you don't have to be 60 years old. You know, as long as a little bit of fire and spark burning in that oven, makes no difference if you're 70, 80 years old. You never lose that desire.
Well, this lady is ready to take the plunge.
She's ready to
Who do you
take the plunge.
suggest?
Oh,
I mean, can you think of anyone that, you know, offhand that...
yeah, I can think of a couple guys.
Who would that be, Mr. Blassie?
Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, my goodness. I don't think so.
Tito Santana.
Oh, Mr. Blassie, hardly.
Hulk Hogan.
Oh, give me a break.
The Tonga Kid.
Tonga Kid? He's 18 years old.
Well, he's got a lot of life in him. He'd be good for the old lady.
We thank
The
you,
Samoans.
We thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Blassie. We'll be back with more TNT.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tonga Kid.
Very nice indeed. Thank you very much. Have a seat if you would. It is a pleasure to have you on TNT.
Thank you, sir.
This is quite a nice gift. These come all the way from your...
Comes all the way from the island of Samoa, brother.
Super. Very, very nice. And we're going to later on have a little luau of some kind, I understand.
Yeah, we'll have a little luau over here for the TNT.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to Alfred participating. Speaking of participating, in your wrestling career, at the, I might add, phenomenal age of 18 years old, you were accomplishing feats that gentlemen who have had so much more experience, even 10 years experience in professional wrestling, can't come close to. Do you find that extraordinary, Alfred?
I find that absolutely extraordinary, because how can you progress so quickly? How can you get that necessary experience? I find it almost unbelievable, yet it's factual.
What do you attribute to your success at 18 years old? Any one particular factor you can possibly think of? You just get up there and do it,
I
right?
just get up there and do it, brother. I just get up there and do the job.
You do a heck of a job, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I go up there and do what I can do and just do it, brother.
And as of late, you're sort of, as I understand, hot on the trail of someone who, without a doubt, is, well, he's considered one of the all-time greats in Roddy Piper. I understand you'd like to have a little matchup with him.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I really would like a match with it. Mr. Piper, or is it Mr. Pipe?
Well, whatever it is, you can bet he's an extraordinary athlete, and I would think that many of us in professional wrestling would be very concerned with a gentleman of your experience getting into the ring with Roddy Piper.
Well, I'm looking forward to have a match with him anytime and anywhere.
All right, well, we're going to take you back now to some videotape footage of the Tonga Kid and let you take a look at the Tonga Kid in action. You judge for yourself if you think he's going to be ready for Roddy Piper.
Yeah,
Let's take you now back to the videotape footage, the Tonga Kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match, one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Morgan's Corners, Arkansas, weighing 285 pounds, Ted Grizzly. His opponent, now approaching the ring, from the Isle of Tonga, weighing 232 pounds, the Tonga Kid.
Well, here he is again on the World Wrestling Federation.
Jack saw him some couple of weeks ago, and he's exciting shades of Jimmy Snuka.
The Tonga Kid going against the big Grizzly man, Ted Grizzly, hailing from Arkansas and weighing in at 430 pounds.
Ted Grizzly was very, very cautious.
By the way, congratulations, Angelo Mosca. I was proud of you.
Thank you. Not only that, proud of my heritage.
I know that Sicilian blood was was boiling.
It was. He wasn't manhandling me, but I was making sure. As this hour winds down, Jack, I want to say one more time, it's been a pleasure working as your sidekick.
A pleasure. Tonga Kid right now, young man with a mission. As I mentioned to you before, the Tonga Kid wants Roddy Piper, wants him bad.
Yes, so they have a vendetta because of what Roddy Piper did to Jimmy Snuka. And I think Jimmy Snuka is well represented.
Tonga Kid says he will not stop. He will not stop. There he is again. There he is again.
Yeah, he does. He looks a lot like Grizzly, doesn't he? But I think he's a nicer man than Grizzly, just by appearance.
The Tonga Kid right now, right on top of this match over Ted Grizzly. Grizzly reaching the apron and the ring ropes. Referee Terry Yorkston asking the Tonga Kid to break, and a clean break it is.
Oh. Could feel that all the way down here, Jack.
That stung. Grizzly.
Here comes that Tonga Kid.
Right. Oh, look at the legs on this kid, Angelo.
He could play defensive tackle on any team in the world.
Oh, he's got tremendous legs. Look at this. 430 pounds.
Oh, look at that headbutt.
Coming off the ring ropes. Look at this. Here he comes with that flying.
Oh, this is pretty.
There it is.
Oh. I even got to give my hand on that one.
Oh, that was tremendous.
All right.
Oh, and the fans love it. They really appreciate this young man.
He said, that's one for you, Snuka.
That's right. That's exactly what he said. That's one for you, Snuka. As I mentioned, a young man with a mission. He's got a vendetta going. And until that vendetta is fulfilled, let's go up to the ring right now. And we'll get the official decision before we take another look at that exciting action in the ring. Here we come. Here we come. He looks like a swan.
Look at that. Oh.
A tremendous flying splash, swan splash by the Tonga Kid. Pressure being applied in a 3 count. Now let's get the official decision.
The winner of that match, the Tonga Kid.
Angelo, I am very impressed with the Tonga Kid.
Very impressive victory, the Tonga Kid inside the squared circle, and my goodness, did you ever get up high and crush the chest of your opponent. The Tonga Kid has brought with him a number of young ladies. Let's take you to some very special dancing. courtesy of the Tonga Kid.
Out. Malo. Louis. Louis. Malo. Yup.
We'll be back with more of the Tonga Kids and a special Tonga Luau. Stay with us for more TNT.
She's got long black hair, vivid orange sweater, wears a circle skirt and a high school letter, friendly smile in the island style, Hawaiian teenage girl. She's a curvy doll like the rolling ocean, just a walking dream with a pool of ocean.
Go join the what?
South Sea beach, her dancing
Well, we've lost the Tonga Kid. I can't very well blame him. Hooray!
Come on, Alfred. Come on, let's join the party over here, brother.
Come on, I'm happy with the big wide world.
Come on, let's join the party over here.
Full of giggles and smiles. He's the bells in a witchy
Come on, brother. Come on, brother.
Hello, Robin. The Indians would like to welcome you all in a festive dance.
Come on, brother.
We'd like to take your coat
I'd like to take my coat.
and your pants and get you in the fullest spirit. We're going to use the hands and feel the waves of the ocean.
We're going to feel the waves of the ocean?
Yes, we are.
Oh, this is great. This is great.
Alfred. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Let's go.
Alfred, look at you. You look like Alfred. You look like Klinger. You look just like Klinger.
Let's
Oh,
start by
excuse me, my skirt dropped.
Let's start by using the
Your skirt
hands
keeps falling off.
There you go. Put them on.
and feel the wave of the ocean.
I guess,
Hands.
There you go, brother. Put your hands up here like this and shake them.
That's right.
Come on,
Tonga.
Alfred. Let's go, Alfred.
I'm doing the best I can.
Come back this way. Come back the other way. Put your hands up. Shake your little hips up there. Come on, Alfred. Come on, there you go. Shake it, man. There you go.
Let's try some
I
rolls.
want to see him.
I think Alfred needs some help.
Come on, Alfred.
I need it.
There you go. There you go. All right.
How are you doing with the rolling of the
Let's
ocean?
roll.
Just
Let's
over.
roll.
It's making me sick already.
Come on, Lord
This is
Alfred,
like that,
roll.
brother. There you go, brother. Shake your little like this. Yeah. What's that? You gotta put those down.
Keep them down.
Yeah, keep them down and shake them like this.
Give it
There you go.
Move the hands up in the air like this. There you go. That's the Polynesian style. Yeah, so yeah.
You don't look too dusty.
Louis.
is exceptional.
There you go. Brother, you gotta lure him. All right. There you go. Come on, Alfred. You got him, Alfred. A little faster. Alfred, a little faster. There you go.
Let's see how you look from the back.
Turn around.
Turn around how you do it from the back.
There you go. That's how you do it, brother. A little faster like this. There you go. Go.
Why don't we have a little something to eat? I understand. All right, let's go.
Okay, let's go over there and have some food.
Alfred, watch yourself now.
Okay, here
Have
it
a little
is.
action.
A feast here. Gosh.
This really is a feast.
This
This is a
looks
luau.
good.
Sit
This
down
looks
there.
good. Have a
All right.
seat.
There's
Have a
some
seat.
rare looking
Have a
food
seat.
here.
You may have to help Alfred down.
I think you
Alfred
will.
comes down in 3 different sections. Here we go. Just 1, 2, twice
Oh,
with me.
look up
Yeah, what an improvement. Now, what kind of action do we have here? We have all sorts of things.
This is all Polynesian food, brother.
Yes, I can
And
see.
All right, Polynesian food. We have
we
a.
have the wild duck over here. Wild
It's kind of
Tonga
like
duck.
squirrel, doesn't it?
It was not too wild.
We have the Tongan soup over here.
Tongan soup.
And the wild bananas. It's
Oh,
called wild bananas. The
look at those
they
bananas.
make you grow.
How about,
Bananas make you
would
grow.
you be so kind
Yes,
as
yes,
to,
yes.
to serve Alfred? You seem to be salivating over there, Alfred, for some of these delicacies. Hmm?
I'm going to let you try some of this.
Alfred, that looks great. You have to
Well,
admit.
it smells rather nice. I must admit that. But,
Kasi banana, lured
but
banana.
why would anybody do that to a
Colo-
banana?
Well,
Okay, Alfred.
I'm not too sure exactly what has been done to the banana.
I'm gonna
Oh,
give
you tripped over Alfred's skirt.
You need a bigger one, Alfred.
I do.
I'm not going to
I'm going
touch
to give
that
you
one.
some wild duck. This is the wild duck.
The wild duck. All right.
Everything's wild here.
And I'm
Wild.
gonna
You
give
say that again. The wild Tongan duck.
Now, this is a
That's what?
Tongan fried rice.
Oh, that's
Tongan
not
fried
wild.
This is
rice.
a Tongan fried rice.
It seems to be it's
Yeah.
something is
Alfred, it makes
You
steaming
have
her.
the spoon upside down there when you do that.
you gain a lot of weight.
As a matter of fact, the spoon is upside down.
You gain a lot of weight on this one, Alfred.
Well, now, what else? What else would this do for Alfred? I mean, Alfred could, he looks forward
Okay,
to things, Oh, now,
Well, that's very nice.
Alfred, that's nice.
Malone le ay soy for me ay.
Right.
Oh, well,
The
thank
same
you.
to you.
Thank you. That's very, very nice of you to do that.
And
for me.
let's
Vinny,
see.
I gotta get you some bananas too.
I'm really, not.
Oh, he's
No,
hungry.
You're hungry.
Well,
I
I'm
can
not-
tell.
Give him
Alfred.
some of those
You're
yucky
hungry.
white-looking things over there.
Yucky?
Well, isn't that a Polynesian
Let
name?
me take. Why don't you show everybody exactly what do you have here, Alfred? Don't dump it out.
Well, everything's wild to start with.
It's wild, all right.
Yes, there's wild bananas.
Why don't you
Wild
taste the
bananas.
bananas and let us know just how wild it is?
Do you think I ought to?
Of course.
It doesn't smell too bad, strangely enough.
You picked that up with your
Have a little
fingers,
taste,
Alfred.
Well, he told me that.
I'm gonna give you
He
some.
said if you're a Polynesian, you eat with your fingers, and it's an insult to eat with a fork.
Yes. Yes,
Well,
that's the truth. That's the
Let's
truth.
have you try some of the banana, Alfred.
Okay, here we go.
Now this is supposed. That's a nasty looking thing, isn't it?
I'm gonna get you
I'm sure-
some fried rice over here.
I'm
Maybe
sure-
I'll try another one.
I'm sure it's delicious.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that's a
wait.
nice
Yeah, it looks.
banana.
Yeah, here we go. Let's see.
How
if
is it, Alfred?
Mikey likes it.
Tell me how it is. You
It's,
growing?
Huh?
it's rather Polynesian.
It's. I can tell by the expression you really like it.
Ja, hoe le maar van vooral gaan komen naar la kopij zo voor Vinny.
Thank you very much. We'll be back with more TNT. Stay with us. More to Luau. We're back with more TNT and back from the Luau. Alfred, we apologize for the link to that last commercial. It took Alfred a little while to get over here and sit down. Nonetheless, we are about to take you on a journey to witness the Junkyard Dog, one of the more phenomenal athletes in the World Wrestling Federation.
The word phenomenal is quite right in his case. I have difficulty understanding what he talks about, but no difficulty in understanding his wrestling. He is a wrestling machine, and so good, and so strong.
About 280 pounds, isn't he?
Oh, he's big, yes. Fearsome, awesome. He's certainly a capable wrestler.
And the Junkyard Dog certainly looking forward to many an opportunity to show us his physical skills. As a matter of fact, we would like to take you now to some videotape footage, a series of matches involving the Junkyard Dog. Let's go now to the videotape to the dog.
You know, he'll try that, but this guy's cool, as the old saying goes. He's been around, and he's not going to be affected by any of that. This man is a big, big man, and for his size, he amazes me at how well he moves and how strong he is.
Oh, no! Oh, my goodness! Jerry Valiant grabbed the chain right out of the referee's hand as it wrapped around the Junkyard Dog's throat. Jerry Valiant trying to cinch that all down into the neck of the Junkyard Dog. Wraps it around again. Oh, the chop. Jerry Valiant. Uh-oh, the dog with a double oblique. I can't believe the dog has anything left. Junkyard Dog with a right hand in. Jerry Valiant Back in the air. Oh, my. Here he comes, the Junkyard Dog and Jerry Valiant. Valiant whipped to the buckle with authority. Out, not, oh my, and down. Junkyard Dog with Jerry Valiant high in the air. Holds him up there, lets him think about what's it going to feel like. Drops him down to the canvas. 1, 2, and 3, just like that. That was no contest. Absolutely none. I think Jerry Valiant froze.
And Jerry Valiant is a big, tough man. He's a veteran. He's been one of the tough ones for many years. And against this guy, it was a mismatch.
I don't think you want to get a dog too mad in this situation.
Not at all. Junkyard Dog reeling right now. There's a tremendous open hand fist to the sternum area of Junkyard Dog. Vachon going to work right now. Now that's uncalled for, Angelo.
Well, sometimes you have to resort to all methods when you see you can't handle a situation. I know you might not agree, Jack, but I've done situations to get myself out of those.
All right, coming back right now, the Junkyard Dog. Now he's raking at Paul Vachon.
What's fair for the goose is fair for the gander.
Oh, biting the ear of Paul Vachon. Vachon in pain and he wants out. He's out of the ring right now.
I think Junkyard Dog was having a little taste of Alpo.
Vachon coming back into the ring right now as referee Terry Yorkston does his count. And the Junkyard Dog goes to work again on Vachon. A whip into the ring. Look at this body slam. Holding him up there. Look at that.
Oh, the big thump.
That's it.
Junkyard Dog now pretty much in control. The big Ron Shaw has him in the air. Comet knee drop. And the dog right over on him. We get 2 and that's all. Junkyard Dog not hooking the leg of big Ron Shaw. Shaw, somewhat of a seasoned veteran by now. Certainly knows pretty much all the tricks of the trade. However, Shaw meets few individuals larger than he is, and the Junkyard Dog certainly would be classified as larger. Uh-oh, what's he doing now? Ron Shaw may be attempting to use his bicuspids a bit. The referee trying to get in there and take a look. Junkyard Dog with a right into the midsection, and whatever Ron Shaw was attempting to do, he is not doing it now. And a headbutt, you can see that one coming. The Junkyard Dog, a very impressive individual thus far. Ron Shaw, does not want to go down. Look at this. Look how the Junkyard Dog carries Shaw around like he's carrying a trophy. And whoa, what a power slam. He gets him.
Dog does indeed. He gets him almost every time. We'll look forward to following JYD, the Junkyard Dog, in upcoming matches. And speaking of which, we shall return a little later on with a special word about what we shall have with you here with us next time when we go bring the likes of Sergeant Slaughter. Also on hand will be the very individual we saw moments ago, Junkyard Dog, and a further word about that later on when we continue with more Tuesday Night Fighting. We'll be right back. We're back with more TNT, and we certainly would like to thank our guest, Big John Studd, Bruno Sammartino, of course, the Tonga Kid, Tito Santana, and you, Lord Alfred Hayes, and the youngster is still going to town. Is it still good, brother?
Brother, it feels great to have a luau, brother. It feels good. Try some.
Well, I'll try this, maybe I'll try this one piece here.
It's not over yet.
A fortune cookie. As a matter of fact, Alfred, this one's addressed to you.
Oh, lovely.
You will soon wear a skirt and experience a beautiful lay. Very nice.
I'm pleased that's what it said.
Yes, of course.
Very happy about that.
Yes. And next week, to join us will be the likes of Sergeant Slaughter, Junkyard Dog, and a host of others, including perhaps even Brutus Beefcake. But right now, yes, coming in, the ladies, the lovely ladies, along with Bruno Sammartino, Tito Santana, and Bruno, I think you've got those moves down. All right, join us in 2 weeks for more TNT.